All right, my friends, welcome back. And in this video, we're going to be talking about virtual environment in Python. So a virtual environment is basically a separate environment that you create in order to install your Python packages, in most cases specific for a particular project that you are working on. So the essence of this is to ensure that you can create that environment that will not affect the packages and script already installed or running on your machine. So virtual environments are very useful when you have separate projects and you want to manage the installed packages on this project separately. When you get into that particular folder or directory, you can go ahead and trigger or activate that particular virtual environment. When you're done working on that virtual environment or that project, you can as well disable or deactivate the environment. Okay, so I have done this in a previous video, but I'm going to do this again. So let's clear our console. What I'm going to do right now is disable the virtual environment I have here with deactivate, because I already have a virtual environment running from the previous class. I would go ahead and delete that virtual environment I called kitchen. So let's take that off. All right, so now I'm going to create a new virtual environment. So I'm using virtual env, right? But if you don't have that command installed, you can simply run pip install virtual env. Okay, so this is going to install virtual environment on your machine. Now this is going to be installed globally. You can see that from the path we have here, that this is being installed globally, so that you would be able to use that particular command to create other virtual environments. All right, so while this is installing, let's give it some time. Okay, so installation complete. Now we can go ahead and run the command virtual env. All right, so when you say virtual env, you can then put in the name of the virtual environment you want to create. By default, following the standards in the community, most people would use venv, which also stands for virtual env, right? Virtual environment. But of course you can use something different. We can use mav, we can use kitchen, we can use container, right? Which is not the best naming convention. I would prefer to go with the default, which is venv. Yeah, so let's take this off for now. But of course you can switch to a different interpreter. I have 3 versions installed here. And now that we have that virtual environment created, you have to go ahead and activate that environment. So in order to activate the environment on a Windows machine, which is what we are currently using, you just have to go into the venv folder, go into scripts folder, and then go to activate, right? So I can simply say activate, or I can use the activate.bat, and now you see we have that virtual environment activated, right? So if we go ahead and start installing packages here, you see those packages will be installed inside what we call site packages. The folder will be displayed here. So let's go ahead and try it out. I'm going to say pip install, and let's install a QR code like we did the other time. All right, so now that we have this installed, you can see we have site packages right here. So within this folder, we have the packages installed. We installed QR code, but of course, while installing QR code, we have other packages that also came along with the QR code package that we tried installing. So now QR code would definitely work within this environment. Now that we have this activated, let's assume we are done using this environment. We can just run the command deactivate. This would deactivate that environment. So that is how you create a virtual environment using the virtual env command. All right, so we have another command that can also be used to create a virtual environment. It's pretty much the recommended option in the community. So instead of using the virtual env command, you use the default Python command. I'm going to delete the previous venv that we have. So let's take that off. What I'm going to do right now, let's first clear this. I am going to simply run python-m venv, and then we'll put in the name of our virtual environment, which I would also go with venv. Okay. This is the other command, which is what I recommend that you use. Python-m venv, and then you have the name of your virtual environment, which can be any name that you prefer to use. venv being the recommendation from me as well. So if you run this, you're going to create that virtual environment for your project, and of course you can as well activate that virtual environment using a similar command like what we've seen before. So If I want to activate this virtual environment, I simply would run venv script / activate.bat. Okay, so this is our virtual environment activated. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks and have fun.